the SEC is being sued by Coinbase. Customers of both Voyager and Genesis seem to be left holding the bag, and the CFTC says that crypto is basically for criminals. We'll discuss all of that right here today on Pour Over Finance. What's up? I appreciate you guys deciding to spend some time with us here today. Please go ahead and hit the like button as well as the subscribe button so that we get a bit more exposure here, and we'll jump right into these articles to start discussing exactly what's going on. So the first one that we have, Coinbase sues the SEC after months of silence from the federal regulator. Let's get a little bit of information as to what's going on here. It says here in the article that crypto exchange Coinbase has filed a lawsuit against the Securities and Exchange Commission on Monday, asking that the regulator be forced to share its answer to the months-old petition on whether it would allow the crypto industry to be regulated using the SEC frameworks. And the article goes on, the July 2022 petition, so this has been going on that long, asked the SEC to propose and adopt rules to govern the regulation of securities that are offered and traded via digitally native methods, referring to assets like cryptocurrencies. The SEC did not offer a specific response to Coinbase's petition, but in recent months, it has aggressively ramped up enforcement action and warnings against crypto exchanges such as Coinbase. So, as we know, and this is something we've discussed at length here, so I won't go too much into it, but the SEC seems to be very much ready, willing, and available to pretty much lobby against crypto. They're launching all kinds of lawsuits claiming that cryptocurrency exchanges are carrying unregistered securities. But when put in the place of being asked, hey, can you define what specific crypto we're carrying that are securities, they're not really getting an answer. So there's a lack of regulatory clarity and there's lawsuits. Then these companies reach out to try to get information and there's no information. So Coinbase is basically doing what they have to do. And this is why I am a big fan of what Brian Armstrong is pretty much putting forward. They're saying, hey guys, you know what? Enough is enough. If you're not going to do it through regular methods, we're going to have to push this into the legal realm and we're going to have to take you to court. And if that's how we're going to get our answers in terms of what is considered a security so that we can properly follow regulation in the United States, then so be it. And that's what they're doing, and I absolutely support it. So we'll see where this goes. And as more information becomes available with this, as this court case is launched and it goes on, I will do my best to bring you up-to-date information on this. So definitely stick with us if you want to get more information on that. We'll jump right into the next article that we have here, which is Binance US terminates its deal to acquire Voyager digital assets. And if you're aware of Voyager digital, they're one of those pretty much crypto lenders that went basically belly up during this current crypto winter that we're experiencing. These guys pretty much couldn't deliver on their promises of these outrageously high interest rates, and they went belly up. So in the article here, it says, Voyager has taken to Twitter to reveal that Binance US has terminated its asset purchase agreement, which is bad news for all of these holders who are expecting to maybe get their accounts moved over to Binance US accounts and potentially be able to get their crypto back. It says, moreover, the news arrives after the federal government greenlit the $1 billion acquisition deal that was put in place by the American arm of the crypto exchange, meaning Binance US, following its previous halting of the proposed acquisition. Taking to Twitter, Voyager noted that the development as disappointing, but maintained their Chapter 11 plan. Additionally, they stated they will now move swiftly to return value to customers via direct distributions. We'll have to wait to see what happens with that. Subsequently stating, we will provide more information on the next steps and any actions customers need to take in the coming days. So this news comes alongside news of a subset of creditors walking away from the Genesis deal. And again, Genesis, which was mainly associated with Gemini, they might have been associated with other exchanges, but I personally am not aware of them. This is another crypto lending high percentage earning deal that pretty much went belly up during this crypto winter, and there were a number of investors that were showing interest in acquiring them, so that the regular guy, the average Joe who were taking part in these crypto lending high asset return deals, they were going to take over and potentially make things whole. But again, they seem to have the same problem here. It says a group of Genesis capital creditors have withdrawn from their previous agreement with the bankrupt crypto lender. It says Digital Currency Group, the parent company of the collapsed firm Genesis, said it couldn't provide any explanation as to why a group of Genesis creditors decided to backpedal on earlier settlements, but remains committed to reaching a fair outcome for all its creditors. So I don't know if this necessarily means that there are additional creditors who are still interested, but apparently a handful of them have walked away from this deal. The article goes on to say, while it is difficult to understand the rationale given the limited engagement from Genesis creditors since the February court filing, our understanding is that a subset of creditors have walked away from the prior agreement, DCG said in a statement via Twitter. So we're seeing more and more of these deals that were pretty much in the process of being struck up just disappearing. And I'm assuming a lot of that has to do with the fact that we might be facing some sort of a recession if we're not already in one. And a lot of companies just don't have the capital to buy up bankrupt crypto lenders who pretty much offered deals that they could not stand by. The unfortunate part in all of this is that the regular man, once again, is the one who gets screwed over, who's left holding the bag, who pretty much lent their crypto, were pretty much collecting on these high asset returns. And now everything has gone along with their money. Their funds are gone, and no one's stepping in to help out. This is extremely unfortunate. I'm hoping in both deals, both the Voyager deal and the Genesis deal, that we see someone step into place and make all of these customers whole again. But you never know. The economy is not looking great, so things may or may not improve over time. Again, we will bring you all of that information as it's being revealed. Last but not least, in terms of the articles that we have here for you today, is the CFTC, which is the Commodities and Future Trading Commission here in the United States. One of their officials says that anonymity, why am I having a problem with that word? Basically, the anonymous nature of crypto is a national security risk. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble with that particular word. But it goes on to say the CFTC commissioner, Christy Goldsmith Romero, said crypto has become very attractive for illicit finance due to the allure of being anonymous. I'm not going to make an embarrassment of myself trying to say that word again. I'll figure it out after this recording is over, okay? Don't laugh at me. I see you. Stop laughing. We'll go ahead and continue with the article here. It says the CFTC commissioner, which is Christy Goldsmith Romero, believes the prevalent anonymous nature in crypto is a national security risk as it allows criminals to use digital assets for illicit purposes. And this is according to a Reuters report. Then they go on to call this section of the article illicit finance. They're trying to be funny. Romero said fraud is a hallmark of digital assets and digital asset markets, and the human toll may be overlooked. Going on in the article, it says one of the main points of concern from Romero is she raised the fact that during her talk, was the fact that around the use of these crypto mixers like Tornado Cash, and as you know, currently the creator of Tornado Cash, he is out of prison, but he's got an ankle monitor because they're gonna. I don't know what they're going to do to him. I don't know why it's a problem to create the technology, but they're putting the person that created the technology through the ringer. And I don't hear anything about the users of the technology because that is really where the problem is going to lie, right? But I guess if you provide the tool, all of a sudden that makes you a criminal. It's like if I make a knife, but someone uses that knife to go kill someone, because I made the knife, I am now being held accountable. I don't know if that's how it works. This is a really slippery slope with this one. She said that the crypto companies that are compliant with regulation should not be allowed to use mixers or any anonymizing technology, as it is the primary tool used in money laundering and terrorism financing. So I want to ask you guys, do you agree with that? Do you agree that crypto is very attractive to criminals and people that are looking for an anonymous way of doing business, things like money laundering? Quite frankly, all of the money laundering that I've ever heard of in the past was done with straight up cash. They would take cash, they would make it appear that the cash is being earned through other means, and they would quote unquote wash it, clean it, and then make it appear that it was, I guess, justifiable income that was being earned in a legal manner, because it would, I don't know if you've ever seen Breaking Bad, they were washing money through a car wash. So someone could have a car wash and earn actual cash and say, hey, this is how my business makes money. This is why I'm so rich. It's not because I'm selling drugs. And they're claiming that this is what's happening in the crypto world. But the last time that I checked, crypto is, I guess you can follow the money, so to speak. But then when it's a service like a crypto, like Tornado Cash, a service like Tornado Cash, I guess that could make things really difficult, because what happens with Tornado Cash is that you pretty much are putting crypto in. That crypto pretty much gets mixed up. Bunch of different wallets, different exchanges. It goes all over. It gets so randomized that when it comes out the other side, it's hard to tell where that cash actually came from, or that crypto, I should say, where it came from and where it went before it came out the other end. So there's no way of really proving who sent it, where they sent it from, where it went next. It's hard to tell. So the mixing technology is what they have the problem with. And she's saying that, hey, if you are a regulated exchange, services such as crypto anonymizers should not be allowed. I guess I can agree with that, because if you are following regulation, why would you want to in any way be associated with technology that can be used for illegal action? I'm not sure, but what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments below. And like I said, if you enjoy what we're doing here, please go ahead and hit the like button so that we can get some more exposure. If you want more of what we're doing, the subscribe button will help you out with that. Hit the subscribe button, then the notification bell, so that you can be notified of when we upload more content. Anyway, guys, that's all we have for you today. I am Aaron for Pour Over Finance. I want to thank you guys for viewing. Enjoy your day, guys. Peace.